All right, and we're back.
Yes. Back with another podcast.
It was a long week. I felt like a long time since we did our last podcast. And we did. If you guys didn't see that we did a week 5, we did. I had trouble uploading on YouTube because of copyright issues. But this time we should be all set. But we are in week 6 now, guys.
Yep, week 6 is here.
Week 6. A lot to talk about through week 5. But
yeah.
Today's podcast, guys, we're going to be talking about certain issues that maybe might apply to you. And if you find yourself spending majority of your week making lineups, changing your lineups before the game starts, or find yourself playing the late night games after the Sunday morning, then you might be in this category, which is addiction towards DFS. And I am guilty of that. I'm very guilty of that. I think if I'm able to, clock in all the time that I put in for DFS, it'd probably be astonishing. I mean, it's more than I put in for school for sure. So, as one of the group members said before, man, if I could study just as much as I do with DFS, get a PhD, man. Get a PhD in DFS economics,
No, that's right. I multitask all day. Whatever else I'm doing in DFS.
Yeah.
Whatever else I'm doing in DFS.
Well, how did you do last week?
I got blew out the water last week.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I got blew out the water. Let me see. No, yeah, Fanduel. I got wiped out on Fanduel. DraftKings. I salvaged my night on DraftKings. Yeah, at the end of the night, I salvaged my night, and I still lost. I didn't lose, nothing. Mine was just a couple bucks. But FanDuel beat me up.
Yeah, FanDuel got me too, man. It sure did. I've been really trying to get into those qualifier games, so I'm probably be spending about a good $20 each week just trying to get into those qualifiers. They have the $12 qualifier and the $5 qualifier. Yeah. And I'm just trying to see if I can from one of these I get lucky and hit, but those have been eating up my account a lot, and I'm thinking maybe I should calm down on it. But we'll probably try it again this week, see how that goes. Those $12 ones are really hurting me, and to be in the money, it's pretty expensive. But last week, one of my winning lineups was my morning slate. Oh, it's funny story, right? So let me tell this story first.
What?
Where I work at, right, we have our little group that does DFS too. And that last Friday, we all came into they came into our office, and we have a little whiteboard. So I wrote down, I wrote a DK lineup on the wall of what I thought's gonna be, who I thought's gonna be good. So I write on the wall. Let me see if I can bring it up in here. I have it. I write on the wall, and this is the lineup that is on the wall. Let me bring it up. Come on. Fanduel points. All right. I'll share this with everybody. Okay. So I write on the wall. There, I'm telling everybody, these are the people you gotta play this week. I write down Andrew Luck, Jordan Howard, DeMarco Murray, T.Y. Hillen, Andre Johnson, Rashard Matthews, Rob Gronkowski, Le'Veon Bell, and the Titans defense, right?
Right.
No one played it. and they got 188 points.
Man, man, I know that. What they say at the next day?
My boss is like, I should have believed it. I said,
Yeah,
don't get it wrong, man. I didn't even believe. I threw in a free roll, and it didn't even cash into the free roll because it was so high scoring. But 188 would have been great across the board.
yep. You was cash with that for
Yeah,
sure.
and it was just one of those days where we're just scratching our heads, going,
I'm glad you didn't have uh Martellus
Bennett,
Bennett
I
in there.
know, right? I know.
Mm.
That would have probably brought it up to 200 points and would have been a long week. so,
Went over.
so we're assuming that this week during this Friday, we're gonna try to recreate the same situation again. I'm gonna start putting up the random lines. Hopefully, I can recreate this. So,
Yeah,
the
they go play him
yeah,
now. If it
yeah.
don't cash, they're gonna be mad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like a lot of pressure now because I just remember I even did what my projections were too. I had put 20 on top of. I wish I took in a photo of it. 20 on Andrew Luck. Jordan Howard was gonna score 20. DeMarco was giving me 20. Ty was gonna give me 20 plus. Andre Johnson was gonna give me 10. I put and Rashard Matthews was gonna give me 10, and then Rob Gronkowski 20, Le'Veon Bell 20, and then the Titans D I said is gonna give me 10. And the projection total was around 180. I mean, around 150, and it came out 188. And I just remember everyone who was in that room going, "Wow, should have believed it." But that was this could have saved my weekend, but it didn't. Instead, I got stuck with this. I was fortunate to. I mean, out of my 8 entries, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 6 entries, only one hit, and the rest of them were all flops. But time to move on, I guess. The subject of tonight, guys, as we're saying, are you addicted to DFS? You know, and hey, DFS is a form of gambling if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not putting in the time for the research and everything. And it has the same feelings of gambling. You want to keep playing. When you lose, you want to double dip and go double down and try to win everything back. And it has all the symptoms that gambling has too. So you have to go back to those rules that you apply for yourself so that you can keep your bankroll steady. You know, I've been really bad. I've been probably deposit last week. I lost about $70, and this week I only told myself, okay, you're only gonna get at most $50 to play with. You don't deserve that $50 because you already use the majority of your bankroll. Because I usually just my game plan is at most to spend is only $40 because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I have to try to. I mean, because I know myself very well. I know my mind will want that. Oh, I gotta bounce back. I gotta
Right.
make my money back. And I know the more I put in, the easier that decision to do that comes in. But when it's little, I tend to have a better control over it.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's that's the way I am. But that's why I like to play. Things that's every day, like baseball and basketball. You
Yeah.
know, like
Congratulations too on that getting third place, right?
oh
That
yeah, yeah,
preseason.
yeah. Oh, preseason, yeah, I finished the third place finish. That was nice.
That's
Uh,
incredible, man.
yeah, that was real nice. That was a nice hit for about 500. But every day, I like the everyday sports. So
Hmm.
Sunday, football is good. It's real good. It varies, and anything can happen any week, and it's
For
just the
sure,
wait.
right?
It's
Nobody had Bennett.
Yeah, all it is just the wait. That's all that is,
Yeah.
and but it is addictive, man. I'm addicted. I am definitely addicted to DFS. I play it every day. I don't even think twice. Never thought twice about it. Every day, every single day. I don't even know why I play baseball. I play baseball. I win, I lose. I mean, hey, I play every day. So,
But I think it's incredible that you're able to beat those GPP games and get top 10 because when you get one of those, I think you it's enough to I mean that's the hook right there.
yeah. If you feel, I mean, yeah, I'm a GPP player at heart. It is preseason though, but you gotta work double time in preseason, man. You gotta work double time in preseason.
Yeah, because you don't know who's playing, right? It's not really
No,
certain.
you don't know how many people. I mean, you don't know how many minutes starters will play, and you have to go into all types of psychological things you have to use to win, man. You have to put yourself in the coach's seat and all types of things and try to think about, try to pick his brain and all of that. You have to guess when you feel like somebody's going to be out, all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So
so
with you saying that, what was your thought process with the NBA preseason lineup that you got third place? Was that all gut or did you actually put in some research too?
oh no, I put in some research on that. I put in some research. I wish I can go to the lineup.
Let me bring it up. I'll bring it up right now.
Um,
It's on the DFS page, correct? I believe you
okay,
posted it
yeah.
right there, huh? Boom.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. I gotta go to the. I'm looking at something else. All right, where is it?
Right there, huh?
Okay, yeah. All right. It was chancy, man. Let's see. Kemba Walker, he has a high usage rate, so boom, I had to use him.
Mm-hmm.
And Batum, the shooting guard, he does just about everything. He scores a little, he passes, he dishes the ball. You know what I'm saying? He's a facilitator, so he gets assists, rebounds, and all that. So, but and small forward, I took Carmelo Anthony. All of these guys, keep in mind, all of these guys, they playing limited minutes.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
so Carmelo Anthony, he's just a scorer. He's self-explanatory. This next pick was Holmes. Now
Yeah,
he
no,
played.
that was a pretty impressive pick.
Yeah, he played for Cleveland. So what happened with Cleveland was they sat all their starters in a couple uh, uh, important bench players.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, like, man, in basketball, minutes equal opportunity. So
Correct.
he doesn't have to, as long as you stay out there on the court, you get a chance to get steals and get a few points and rebounds and things like that. So, Holmes, he's a pretty good player, and he's a big, it's like a power forward or a center. So they play near the basket. So I know if he's not going to score, points and stuff like that, at least he's going to get rebounds. They're going to fall right in your lap.
Yeah.
So I played him, and then Dwight Howard. I had to take a chance on Dwight Howard. The game before that, he actually burned me. He didn't even score. He had a 0, so that hurt me. Chris Paul, I was really upset with Chris Paul. He could have done better. Went up against a tough defensive team in Utah, and man. But the funny thing is, I was like down in 10th place or something like that,
Uh huh.
and I was never thinking that the coach would have brought Chris Paul back in, and Doc Rivers brought him back in like around the fourth quarter,
Oh, is
and he
that right?
pumped me up. He pumped me up to like the third place. I almost
Oh
had a
man,
heart
you
attack.
probably pissed off this guy, huh? The fourth place guy.
Yeah,
There's
went
a
right
point
on
behind
past
you.
10.
You probably passed all these guys up.
Yeah, I was like, man, that was crazy, man.
Well, it fell in your favor then.
Yeah, it sure did. You know, that's how that went. You know, but it was two major picks that really made that lineup uh, catapult. Was those two players that I picked from Cleveland. Their low ownership
Yeah.
and the Jefferson pick right there.
Wow.
Jefferson and Holmes really did it for me.
Well,
At minimum price at 4,000.
mm-hmm.
And Holmes was 2% on, and Jefferson was 17% on,
Mm-hmm.
and they made it happen. And Drummond, he went off.
Yeah, he sure did. 47 points. That's pretty great, man.
Hmm.
And 265. That's really high too for preseason points, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty high. Yeah, that's pretty high for preseason. But I mean, that's I had that. Well, I had that plan.
Yeah.
Had that plan. I just had to nail it. I kind of nailed it. I nailed it. I had to nail it. I nailed it. Yeah. I had a plan. I wanted to pick two guys,
Uh-huh.
but they had to score. Two guys from that Cleveland team because LeBron, Kyrie, nobody played. So I said the best two options I had to ensure myself some points and not a flop would be uh, two big guys. Well, I at least know they're gonna get some rebounds. So
Yeah.
they ended up doing all right. But anyway,
Good job again, though, man. 265,
yeah,
third place in big GPP like this and preseason, man. I gotta give you props, man. I've yet to get to those top five out of GPP. I want to know how that feels.
in football preseason that last week, I took first in the turbo,
Damn, man, that's incredible.
so that was nice too. I'm just waiting on the regular season to hit one of those.
So, did you make any Monday, Thursday lineups?
Well, I made a Monday Thursday lineup. I did a little short video. I posted it in the group.
Oh, did you? Okay, awesome.
It's on the page too. It's on the YouTube
Okay, cool.
page too. So I made a nice one.
Yeah, I'm.
And it's a GPP against the grain. Some tough matchups, but I feel confident in anything I play.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to do okay with Thursday night slate because I'm standing at 76 points right now, and I still have C.J. Anderson, Emmanuel Sanders, and the Broncos D. Hopefully to
Oh, you know what you go to the live. Go to that. Go to that concert. Go down to 12th place.
12th place. Okay,
Go
let's
down
see.
to 12th place.
Okay,
Let
let's
me see
see.
who's
Look,
in 12th.
can I go down? Oh, right here. Okay. Oh, right there. There you are. Oh, damn, nice. See, I missed out on Payne, man. So I'm hoping CJ Anderson pays me back there. Wow.
Yes, I don't think that probably, it's only a 2 game slate. It might not hold, man. It might cash for minimum though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got I got I might just let you go. I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just
You
wait
can't. Well,
till
yeah, we'll just
Thursday
leave it,
because
right? Yeah, we don't want to jinx anything, man.
Thursday you shoot up there and see who I got.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, definitely you don't have Adam. uh,
So I got
I,
I
I
got
you got
Demarius Thomas
Thomas.
and Broncos D.
Nice. Nice. Simmons, boy, they're having questions about him playing. Hopefully, we'll see what happens soon. Who they're gonna choose to start the QB position in Denver. This is my other one that might be okay too. I have Emmanuel and Demaryius Thomas stacked. I have all four of my players is all Denver. I just
did you watch that game?
the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
No, I was in class, but I saw how ridiculous that game was going back and forth on the scoreboard, the box score.
You see how low on our kicker is, man. He missed like a 40 yarder, man. That was heartbreaking. I forgot how much you get for a
For
40 yarder.
the Tampa Bay's kicker.
Yeah,
Oh, is
man.
that right? Dang, so he could have really boosted everyone up, huh?
Yeah, man. He was low on. He was only 10%, like 9%.
Man, he could have, yeah, could have
I
been
think you
could
could.
have
I
could
don't
have
know how
been,
many points you get. Would you get 4 points for that or something?
yeah. If it's a 40 yard, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would have incredibly helped you out. Just like how everybody on Sunday had Adam Vinatieri. He gave everybody like 18 points.
Didn't he, man? You had the electric foot on.
Yeah, right. And T.Y. Hilton was still able to do pretty good and give everybody 28 points. So and on DK 30 points. But
Man, I ain't had no Vinatieri, man.
I didn't have no Vinatieri too. I had Walsh, but that didn't turn out well. I didn't know about Coates. I didn't know about the other wide receiver in the Vikings team. I forget.
Man, Thielen, I
Yeah,
think his name is
Thielen.
Thielen.
Yes, Thielen. Let me just.
I had Meredith, but I only put him in one lineup, and then I almost took him out of there because they announced Eddie Royal. They said he was playing at the last minute, and I almost took Meredith out. I'm like, oh, and he went off for about 30 something points, man.
Man, see, I was really disappointed in myself because I remember seeing Chris Hogan with an O on him, saying he wasn't going to play. All of a sudden, I see him get over 100 yards.
Mm.
And Edelman got nothing, and Gronk didn't get that touchdown. He was 1 yard away, and Bennett took it.
Right.
But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's gonna repeat again this week too? Because I think with Bennett in that offense now is kind of like, uh, how Brady used to have it with Hernandez.
Yeah.
That double tight end.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even. I mean, it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. That scenario. That scenario's. It's totally slipped my mind. Actually, I thought Gronk was going to go back to Gronk. But
Yeah, right.
but I only played Gronk in one line. I didn't play Bennett none. But I just thought once Brady got back, you was going to see the real element, the real Gronk, and everybody else was going to go back to being little old them.
Yeah,
But I definitely didn't. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't too. Or I didn't too. I didn't expect. I did put him in a lineup. My DraftKings, the Millie lineup. I scored 150 points. I was 4 points shy of cashing in because Jordy Nelson and Aaron Rodgers weren't on the same page. It looked like in the beginning, but at all those drop balls from Jordy Nelson really killed me. And Odell Beckham Jr. too. I had Eli with Odell stacked. I was thinking that was gonna be that night that they would bounce back. They kind of did. I get like on a grade scale from A to F. They did a C job. It wasn't good enough to
Mm.
win, but it was a C. Same thing with Emmanuel Sanders. Everything went bad too. My picks were all C's. Weren't good enough to get the A. But this week is gonna be really interesting. Really interesting. Let's just get right into that. And
Hold
here,
up for a second. Before you hold on,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can go back to the page 1 second.
yeah. Go for it.
Okay, when you look at this guy, he's in seventh place, right?
Correct.
Okay. Um,
Adam Vinatieri.
you can just look at his lineup and just see he just flat out exploited matchups. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
He just preyed on the weak.
yeah. Going back to what you said last week, the last 2 weeks ago, preying on the weak.
Yeah, he just preyed on the weak. You know, he took Ty Meredith. He had to. I mean, pretty much. I mean, any a wide receiver against Indy, you got to take him. So he just what did it? Yeah, he kind of stacked that game,
Mm-hmm.
sprinkled in Bell,
Mm-hmm.
Bennett, stacked that game for cheap, and then just roll with the chalk D. Vinatieri, I probably wouldn't even. It would. I probably wouldn't even stack Vinatieri, but he did it. And then look what he came out with. I mean, it's only right. Hoyer for the low, 6,000
Mm-hmm.
going against Indianapolis. He just did it right, man.
Yeah, he did. He did. It's a shame he didn't get first place with this.
He just did it right, and that's just a prime example. After the days go by and then you get over the wins and everything, you're getting closer next week right now, and you can look at this lineup and then I guess you can see the light. So hopefully that'll help some people too, man. If you don't go back and look at the standings, and you might just
Yeah,
look at
just
the
look at mine.
top, might look at the top and then don't
Uh-huh.
pay attention. Well, you can just pay attention to that lineup because he just took advantage of the matchups, man. Two bad teams
Correct. He sure
in,
did.
in bad areas, and they benefited from
He sure did. That's that's something that I unconsciously did with that 188 point DK lineup. I didn't even think about it too. So
it.
I'm gonna play that strategy this week. We gotta pray on the week. So which people? With that being said, who are we gonna pray on this week? Well, we have really good matchups this week. First one
Okay.
that comes out right away, it's Pittsburgh and Miami. They're
All
so
right.
expensive. You can go with the three guys picking up Bell, picking up and Brown, picking up Big Ben will cost you about 30,000. So that's half. That's everything gone, and those three should give you a good combination of minimum 60 points, and then
Right.
um, from that, let's see. Let me see. Let me go to my upcoming ones and I'll adjust one. I'm gonna do the all day one. Okay, so if you're gonna go with Antonio Brown, Big Ben, and Le'Veon Bell, you're gonna have 32,000 left. And this week is tough because there aren't a lot of discounted players, especially on Fanduel. Like I'm shocked that Jamal Charles is at 7,100, and on DK he's only 5,100.
Right.
So you're gonna have to choose other options. And this week is a very interesting week too, because in my team, the big talk of the week, I guess you can kind of say, is Colin Kaepernick is coming back at the starting position.
Right. Before you go any further,
Mm-hmm.
now, just like you said, when you play on two different sites like this,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to price match these players.
Correct.
It's very important to price match these players and understand which players are valuable on each site.
Correct.
You know, a player might be a total fade. If you play two different sites, one player might just be a total fade on the site.
Correct.
And when you making lineups on one site and you making lineups on another site, then you on the other site you might make a lineup that's just total killer,
Mm-hmm.
and on the other side you might not be able to do that. And I'm just saying, understand scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Understand scoring. It's very valuable if you understand that, you have that instilled in your head. But yeah, price matching. That's another thing that we can implement in our strategies. It help you score more, help you build better lineups on each site.
Yes, especially looking at these three right now, right? You can see
Mhm.
that Antonio Brown's super overpriced, and same thing if you're switching on to DraftKings. Oh man, he's at 10,000, and he's I would not. He has to get a minimum 40 points at 10,000 for me, man. But as you're saying, you got to understand the point scoring system, right?
Right.
Over there on DK, Le'Veon Bell is a good option because of him being able to get the PPR points.
Right.
Le'Veon Bell switches from running back to wide receiver from time to
Hmm.
time. So he is incredible for your receptions points. And don't get me wrong, Antonio Brown's great there too, When you put it onto FanDuel, you gotta kind of think about it now. Do you really want to spend this much for these guys? FanDuel is more based off of yards and touchdowns.
Right. And yeah, when so many of these so many of the big dogs, they're just not consistent at the wide receiver spot. And
Oh
a lot of
yes.
people playing Antonio Brown, they are benefiting. If he's getting you 24, 25 or whatever, and he's making you max, still as they make you max your lineup out, but at the same time, you never know that they probably help you build better lines too with those maxed out players, because you getting there's people out there, they're getting the best out of their lineups. I don't know where they getting these picks from, but man,
I don't know. I want to know too, man. I don't know how
well,
they.
inactives and things like that. I see Thielen. He came from uh, he played for Minnesota, right? So
Mhm.
Diggs,
Diggs was out, right?
yeah. So he automatically steps in and boom, and then with the Hardy news. I mean, not Hardy. What am I talking about? The Eddie Royal news.
Hmm.
Boom! Here comes Meredith, and then Coates. I heard whispers of Coates. Man, I heard whispers of Coates.
Hmm.
I didn't even have him in one line. But anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah, Colts was a ghost for me. I had no idea who it was, and he outscored everybody in the Pittsburgh team. So it's in your benefit to wait till Saturday night or Sunday morning to really
That's what
start making your lineups.
definitely.
Because going to what you're saying, you start the week off getting to see all these matchups, letting these matchups marinate in your mind, right? Like you say, you
Yeah.
gotta let it marinate, and
Mhm.
then
Take notes if you have to. Take notes if you have to, so you don't forget it.
yeah, oh yes, oh yes. You got if you guys aren't using the Sleeper Bot app, I totally encourage you guys to do it. They've been pretty good in letting us know the injury reports ASAP and everyone's conditions ASAP. and that's a big community in that one too. That has helped me out with the injuries, and then Sunday mornings is when the crunch time kicks in. You gotta just wonder if these questionables are gonna be in or they're gonna be out. So to avoid to not miss out on those guys again, like Coates and them, I think you're just gonna have to, you go ahead and you make like one or two lineups. I know for us GPP players that like to do multiple lineups in one, we don't really got that. We don't really want to spend that time doing that procrastinating GPP lineup because it's not really thought through. It's just put in next lineup, put in next line, and then fingers crossed. So you have to find your structure and your process of trying to get it right. Because I know that I ate it hard because of that this week. Sunday morning came by. I was at a Starbucks looking at my lines, and 10 o'clock comes through. I'm seeing Theo Riddick getting touchdowns, and then Coates, and then all these guys that I have no idea about, and then Bennett. And at that point, I knew my Sunday was over.
Yeah, Riddick. I had Riddick in probably one or two, but not more than I should have had. McKinnon just broke my back. I don't even know.
Yeah, he did too with mine, man.
I had him in extremely too many lineups. But that's what you do, though. When you got a punch about a player, he could have easily hit for me.
Yeah.
And could have had him in all my lineups, but he missed, and I had him in all my lineups. So it is what it is.
Yeah, that was me with Jordy Nelson. I really believed in Jordy Nelson this week. And Randall Cobbs took over, and Devontae Adams. But you learn. And speaking about learning, let's learn this week, all right? So that was Pittsburgh and Miami. So we know Pittsburgh has the spread of 7.5. It's going to be a beautiful day over there. 51% chance of rain, huh? Still, they just went through hurricane, huh? Hurricane Matthews. I'm like, that makes sense. Okay, all right. And then we also have another great matchup: Carolina and the Saints in the Dome.
Yep, the Coors Field of football.
Yeah,
the Golden State of football. What's that now? The Oracle Arena of football. When you step inside of the Superdome, you already got 14 points just for coming. So that's how that goes.
Oh yes. Oh yes. As we see.
So we're looking for some shootouts and things like that. We can get you some mix and match you some players out of those games.
We have Cam Newton really high in that game, and he is due to come back and re-earn his stripes again, so that man could fly, because it hasn't been so good for Carolina weekly, and they're not in a great position right now with their win record.
I wonder how long it's going to be before the whispers come out about Josh Norman and the left and all this. Could it be him? And
yeah,
defensively.
But because after Julio did a number on them, they fired their cornerback.
Oh man,
that's messed up, man.
Julio just out there like, oh my god, man, wow.
Julio completely slumped last week, though, didn't he?
Yep.
I think he only got like 3 points, 5 points. Oh, man, that was a complete short. Um, looking at I think I love Los Angeles and Detroit's game for the value picks. If you want to get valuable picks for like really cheap, go with the LA game. You got Kenny Britt. Look at these guys, man. These guys are complete. This is all DraftKings prices.
Tavon Austin.
Yeah, 3,900.
Tavon Austin, like when I'd like to take guys like Tavon Austin, I believe he's on special teams too.
Yeah.
So, I
might get lucky, right?
Yeah, I might use Gurley. I might use Tavon Austin, and then I might use Rams defense and special teams.
Yeah, I like.
Special teams. If Tavon Austin takes one to the house,
mm-hmm.
and that goes on defense and special teams, he get a receiving touchdown somehow. and Gurley, he does good. It all works out. But I like to put him with the special teams.
Yeah, and I think this week they're switching to. They're not playing Case Keenum. I think they're gonna play golf this week.
Oh.
So they're gonna have a QB switch, I believe. I don't know. I gotta fact check that real quick before I make, so I don't screw anyone over. But that's something to take a good look at too. So, but that's that's what I like about this match. And then the next one, oh my God, San Francisco and Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor might be a really good pick because he's so cheap too. Great value, 5,300. Our defense is I don't even know our defense anymore, man. I look at my defense, my Niners defense, and I'm like, man, where did you guys come from?
I think the Russian defense over there is just like horrible.
Oh yeah.
Shady could just.
He's gonna have a wonderful game. This will be a way for him to catch up to Elliott's rushing yards. This would be the game.
Mm-hmm. Shady can rip it up that game. But Hyde, he's been holding his own.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing real good. To have a crappy team.
Man, he's the heart and soul of that team right now. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
The offense is him, man.
Yeah, he's been doing real good, man. He stepped up to the plate. I was anxious to see what they'll be able to do next year if they can get somebody over there or whatever. But
yeah, that's very true.
He's been doing real good.
Yeah, we were all worried after Frank Gore took off to Indianapolis. We were wondering if Carlos Hyde was going to be able to fill in those shoes because him and Frank Gore were pretty complimentary the way their running game were.
He was stepping up though.
Mm-hmm.
Hyde every chance he got.
Mm-hmm.
That's how every chance he got. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I remember every chance he got. He was busting little 35, 40-yard runners and yarders and getting touchdowns and stuff. I'm like, hey, look at Hyde. A few years back.
Yeah.
A few years back when you guys was making your deep playoff runs.
Yeah. Those days are gone.
Y'all missed.
Yeah, I missed them too. All right, next one we got Cleveland and Tennessee. Oh, Tennessee, man. So Mariota kind of has this inconsistency though. But
I was on him last week.
Yeah, he did good. He got 4 touchdowns.
I'm more disappointed with Tajay Sharp.
Yeah, it didn't really. I don't know if it's because is it Kendall Wright that's back now too in there? Yeah, Kendall Wright is back in the lineup. Rashard Matthews got a touchdown surprisingly. Wait.
Didn't Andre Johnson take that spot?
Andre got one too. So, they're according to this, Tajay Sharp is gonna have a good game. He's at a high value.
I've been looking for Tajay Sharp, man, for every week, man. I'm gonna give them one more try, man. I'm gonna give them one more try.
Might be a good try because this time Tennessee's up by 7.5. So
I just had him. Oh, you know who been uh DeMarco Murray? He's just been crazy consistent.
yeah, he has, right? They've Tennessee's now really dependent on that run game now.
Yeah, they last year their offensive line was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew once they acquired uh Murray, he was gonna have a good year. They just had to give it to him. But at the beginning of the season, I was having doubts because they had Henry. I'm like, what are they gonna do? I mean, I don't know. It could come to find out, they giving those keys to DeMarco Murray, and he's driving that train. His usage is way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's even catching passes and things like that. So he's doing it, man. He done made his way up there with Le'Veon Bell and
Yeah, with Ezekiel Elliott in them, yeah.
yeah, doing it his way.
Yeah.
But I like him. If they, he was doing that in Dallas
Yeah.
behind that good line.
That incredible O line, man.
hmm
Uh,
So they line out they line Tennessee line is pretty good. So he's back there making them do what it do.
mm-hmm.
On the Cleveland side of the ball,
Who do you like on this side? I mean, the Cleveland's just so broken right now.
well, I've been working so much, but I haven't been getting a chance to look at that. I thought I seen McCown was close to coming back,
Oh, okay.
but I like uh, I like Barnage. I
Yeah,
had him.
I had
It
Barnett too.
seems like he's coming around. He had on DK. He had about 12 or 13 points
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
this week. This weekend just passed, and you know he might be coming around. So you know. Just having quarterback problems is hard to get him to choose him. He's having quarterback problems.
Yeah.
But Barnage, uh, I might have to just end up fading that offense.
Yeah.
Just fading that offense. Period.
So this
And,
this yeah, with you saying that, this could be a nice low owned team if you want to try to slip someone in to get lucky.
but you can, yes, you can,
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially Terrell Pryor. They're giving him a ceiling of 26 points. They're probably hoping he switch up and do what he did in that game against the Ravens.
Well,
Uh,
he done showed so man, he can get in my lineup anytime though.
yeah. All right, and then we got Jacksonville
On
against your Bears, man.
DraftKings, that game's gonna end up being a mess, man. It's probably gonna Vegas probably gonna be wrong on that. It's probably gonna end up being 28 to. It's probably man. Might end up being a shootout, man.
Yeah.
Might end up being one of the best games of the year. I just see uh, if Hoyer, I mean, with Hoyer's, he's been doing pretty good. I guess he's getting better and better every week. If we can get Alshon Jeffrey fully back in the mix,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Sky's the limit for
man,
you guys, yeah.
yeah,
It's something that you guys
yep,
needed again, huh?
yep. And Jacksonville, um, I always like Robinson. And I especially like Robinson. I like Robinson and Hearns.
Yeah,
I
Hearns.
like all offense, their whole offense against the Bears. I mean, but the Bears played some pretty. I didn't watch the game, but I was, listening to it at work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they played some pretty decent defense.
Yeah, to stop, you guys did a lot of red zone stops, I believe. That's why
Yeah,
Adam Vinatieri got that 23 points, I think.
and Howard I was telling somebody, I love the way Howard runs, man. I love the way he runs. I already said he was. I think I said this early in week 1 or 2. He's gonna take. That's what I said. Yeah, he's better than.
Langford, huh?
Yeah, he's better than Langford. That's what you want. That's what you want in a running back. You want. I like the way Howard was thirsty for the. He's stepping up.
You know,
I really like Howard.
yeah, he did really well over the weekend. Really well.
Hmm.
This is probably one of the games I'm gonna fade. Baltimore and the New York Giants.
I might. I'm looking at the New York Giants defense on
Hmm.
that because I'm not too much fond of the Baltimore offense this week. It don't look good for the receivers.
Yeah. So
Uh,
what they lost?
decent.
They
Yeah,
lost old man, right?
yeah. He won't be playing this week, and I think Wallace got a little something going on
Hmm.
over there too. I have to run and check on that, but yeah. I'm not too much feeling Baltimore's offense this week.
Yeah.
I know New York Giants can. You never know, man. I mean, everybody's entitled to a bad game, but I'm just not feeling. If I picked anybody, it might be Pitter,
Uh huh.
Dennis Pitter from the Baltimore tight end. I might pick Pitter. Other than that, I'm looking at nobody on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I was really disappointed that Gilmore got a touchdown last week and Pitta didn't. But
Gilmore got one.
yeah, Gilmore got it. I'm like, no. But
Just want to look Eli and Odell go insane in that game. That game is just like flying under the radar right now,
yeah,
and
well,
that's like one of those games. Eli and Odell will just go insane. You'd be like, "Damn, I missed out on
you're scaring me, man. I'm
it."
still faking it, but it happens. I said I'm not gonna go with my boy Fleener, and then Fleener goes off, and
You know what about them players going off, man, and how they cut off these GPPs and they pay out so top heavy, right?
yeah,
It's a couple players go off, you dead.
yeah.
You
The rest
damn
of
near
the
can't
day's
even get
over. You're just like you're.
it
Ugh.
gun.
And another game that can do that for you might be Cincinnati and New England. They have New England at 8.5.
Yeah, we gotta keep an eye out on AJ Green. I read something. I ain't prepared for. I ain't
Oh,
too much
he
prepared
is
for
he is
AJ Green
questionable, huh?
news right now, but he's kind of questionable. But then you got Brandon LaFell going up against the old squad.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? Do you think he's gonna do
Uh,
well?
I don't. Brady's back, man. He. I'm more focused on Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, although New England defense, I guess they're not untouchable, man. So
Yeah,
you
I think New England's defense probably kind of they get a little bit comfortable knowing that they have Brady in there.
it can be that way, and like I say, depending on Green's status, I wonder. I have to go find out what happened or what's going on with him because I had a ton of Green last week. He really, he didn't do anything, man.
Yeah, I did. I really banked off of AJ Green last week too, and then as we know,
Go to the game log. Who they play again? I
they
forgot,
played
man.
Dallas.
Yeah, man, I had him eating Dallas alive.
Yeah, me too.
Oh
I
man.
thought that was like I thought that was one of those games that you said that this is just gonna be straight bully.
Yeah, man. I had Green and
Dalton.
no, McKinnon,
Mm-hmm.
like everywhere almost. So
Mm-hmm.
that was horrible. Man.
Oh.
But I'm not. I'm just mad because they didn't see. That's what I mean. When you out there, we playing DFS. You want to have fun, man. You want to have fun. We
Mm.
playing DFS. So, like I said, I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad because they didn't do nothing, but I'm not mad because I lost money because I'm playing what I can play.
Correct.
Therefore, you're not gonna. You don't want to be mad because you lost your money because you shouldn't be playing money that you can't afford to lose.
Yes, you want a wound, not a scar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, we can carry on. I just had to throw that out there.
I love it, man. You got to rant more, man. I love the rants, man.
Yeah, definitely.
KC in Oakland, the return of Jamal Charles. I mean, he returned in Pittsburgh, but he only had two attempts. But this time, KC against Oakland. I think this should be a good game to play Jamal Charles against Oakland's defense. There's a horrendous defense, but their offense has just been incredible with Derek Carr, our Fresno State Derek Carr. So, and they have this game tied. So,
Yeah, this game is a like on the KC side of the ball, you can actually quad stack this game
mm-hmm.
with the quarterback, running back, wide receiver,
Receiver and
and
the
the
tight
tight
end.
end.
Yeah.
You really could do that. Let's say Kansas City finds a way to stand up on Oakland's running game, and then Carr he's having a great season. He don't have no problem with throwing that ball,
Mm-hmm.
and he can just chuck it up. And then you got Jamal Charles. He does it all. He runs, he
Mm-hmm.
catches, and all that. I
I
don't
think.
know what his
Oh yeah.
workload is going to be like. I have to go check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. He.
But
I think he's just gonna be an incredible DK player.
yeah,
So
so his
he's.
workload,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have to check it out. It's only his second week back,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what he did last week. He probably I don't know how many touches or whatever he had last week, but
He only had two, and it was garbage.
well, he Spencer Ware, he still might be in play, but push come to shove, Oakland have been giving up a lot of pass yards over the weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and if push comes to shove, a nice Kelsey Smith and
Macklin.
Macklin stack wouldn't hurt,
Yeah.
and come back with a Cooper or a Carr.
Mm-hmm. Or Crabtree
And,
right now too. Yeah.
yeah, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
But um, um, Alex Smith is, his price doesn't rise. He's probably nice and cheap, and can help you allow you to get some big names over there.
Yeah. 5,700. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can really, get some big names in that lineup.
So we said.
Especially if Derek Carr's, if he's trying to keep his foot on the gas,
Mm-hmm.
anything can happen. You said the game they got him tied.
Yeah. They got it
Okay,
tied. They got
47.
tied. All you gotta do is choose who's gonna win. Easy spread.
Yeah, 47.
So.
So it'd be a sneaky game.
Mm-hmm. You sure will. I kind of like Kansas City's defense in that game too.
Oh
Just
yeah.
yeah, just because the pass rush is gonna be on when it comes to them going to a fresh KC out because they're in the bye last week I believe. So
I have to keep my eye on that. Most certainly a GPP defense.
so you got the afternoon to take a great look at. And Oakland has really good cheap running backs too if you want some value. Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington.
Yeah, I have to go. I gotta see what they did last week.
Yeah, they did decent.
I know they said something the coach said last week. He was gonna go with the one that had the hot hand or something like that.
Hmm.
But I have to go back. I don't really go super in depth. Maybe till what's tomorrow? Thursday,
Thursday,
probably
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Friday night, Saturday night. Yeah, help me. Save money.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going out. I'm not going out. Yeah.
Yeah, it does, right? gets you, gets you. I wish we could just make something tangible out of this too, besides the money. But Dallas and Green Bay, I
I love the way Prescott been playing. He been playing with too much poise, man.
right. He
Uh,
is that boy's solid, man. His mind is really,
yeah,
really keen. He has that uh the book that I'm reading called Relentless. He has that relentless personality right now. He's really just calming the storm, man.
hmm I I got I got. He needs to hook up with uh Jason Witten. I got them two hooking up
Mm-hmm.
for a touchdown at least this week,
Mm-hmm.
man. Uh,
Yeah, I know he finally paid my boy Beasley his touchdown last week, so I was happy about that.
nice. I didn't even play Beasley, but Dallas, they give you this. They giving you the same thing every week.
Mm-hmm.
They just like come on out here and stop us. We got these big boys up front.
Mm-hmm.
We can pound it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got
Yeah, we got a fresh young rookie running back
yeah,
that is not afraid to take
yeah,
hits.
it's hard for me to point out any one of these receivers, but I'm banking on Witten to get a touchdown. I don't. I'm like I said. I don't think Green Bay is that good against the tight end, and then their secondary ain't all that. I don't think they just played the Giants, and Eli was probably horrible. I
Yeah,
didn't watch the game, but and on the Green Bay side of the ball, right? You know, it, they give you the same thing. It's just like you just got to come on in here and stop us. We got a great quarterback.
mm-hmm.
We got Nelson,
Mm-hmm.
Cobb, Cobb. There's gonna have to be a Cobb sighting soon.
Yeah, it was. It would have been last week. He if they didn't get that, I think it was illegal shift. He would have got that touchdown. He would have had a nice 30-point game.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but it wasn't. Whether that because Cobb to me he usually does better off on when they're playing away games. At home, I love Nelson all the time.
And Lacey, you gotta keep an eye on Lacey's status. We gotta see what's up with
Yeah,
that.
Lacey and Starks.
And starts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So definitely keep an eye on them because if those two don't play, then you gotta play Ripskowski. I think Aaron Ripskowski, and that's a very cheap running back position. So that way you guys can stack your Odell. I mean, you can stack your Big Ben, Le'Veon
And,
Bell, and
and
Antonio Brown.
Ripowski,
Yeah,
Ripowski,
yeah, Ripkowski.
Ripowski,
Yeah.
Ripowski, Ripko. This might be Ripovsky. I'm not going near him. No, I'll just. But who did Dallas just play? Because
Dallas
they
just played
played
the
some hell
they played the Bengals.
defense, right? I don't know. Was it their defense or what, man?
I don't know. That
But
wasn't.
like Stephen A. says, man, about Dallas, it's always written, man. They always, man. Now, what do you do? What do you do? You rolling,
Mm-hmm.
and guess what? Romo wants to rush back. He's talking about. I think they're talking about he'll be. He's weeks ahead of the schedule or something. I believe.
Yeah, they showed the I think the MRI results of his vertebrae being fully healed. I
Here goes. Yep, yep, fully healed. And look at that. Here goes Jerry Jones.
This is how you ruin.
He's our quarterback. And you know what? Give it up, man.
Yeah.
But I would give him if hey look, he gets one chance from me, man. He gets probably just one game. If I don't like you after that one game, man, we going right back to that.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
even for the next one time, but
I wouldn't even give Romo the chance back because they're in such good momentum. You don't want to lose that kind of
yeah,
momentum, you
man,
know. Especially
yeah,
getting a rookie QB in like that, and you got who has been incredible. I think he still hasn't. He's the last QB to have not thrown an interception yet, I believe.
he's closing in on Brady's record or something. I
Yeah.
think Brady has a record for something. I'll listen to Michael Mike in the morning.
Uh huh.
He closing in on it. The most consecutive pass by a rookie with, I think, by I think a rookie
Hmm.
with no interceptions.
I think he's gonna be the one to do it too,
Yeah,
because he's just so poised, man. He is that textbook QB that you
and
want,
he's
man.
doing this. He's doing this with no Dez.
Hmm.
Dez can easily be an a distraction. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Dez can probably be a distraction.
Hmm.
I'm telling you for real though, man. That puts a lot of pressure on. You know, he can let Dez put a lot of pressure on him, all in the locker room, all that big mouth stuff and all that. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, it's good to have him on the squad, but
His prima donna status, huh?
he's showing you right now that I mean, he's not doing no Superman quarterback job. You
Hmm.
know, he's managing the game. He's
Hmm.
using his what he got. You know,
Hmm.
Dez can easily come in and demand the ball. At the same time, he can make it easy. Dez can make it easier. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Dez have to fit in now. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So he just don't. I hope he don't come back trying to just man, give me the ball, give me the ball.
Hmm.
Just come on in and ride the wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Be part of the wave. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing good because Prescott's doing good.
Yeah. Um. So next game would be Atlanta and Seattle, and Seattle has really good receivers for a good price too. Tyler Lockett's at 3,600. Jermaine Kearse is at 3,100, and you know Doug Baldwin has been playing like he wants to be recognized as an elite receiver, and
Hmm.
that's could be a good game against Atlanta. I'm really surprised by the spread. They're actually giving Seattle 6.5. I know their defense is good. I mean, probably because they're in the dome, but Matt Ryan has been playing pretty well.
He been playing lights out, man.
Yeah,
Not around playing.
yeah,
now
man.
look, now look though. He's got the. This is his problem. I mean, what's I have to see? Oh my God, I have been working too much, man. But anyway, look, last year six
Saints.
and zero, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What week is this? Week 6, right? Okay, but
You gonna
it
do it to
just
them,
took
huh?
him. Yeah, it took him. It took them probably a week or two to get it together, right?
Yeah.
So he's doing it with. Besides that one game, Julio went insane. He's been doing it. He's been doing it for the most part. And I don't know, man. Against Seattle, I don't know how they gonna play it. I don't know who to like.
You know, Tevin Coleman's been pretty good.
Tevin Coleman
Yeah.
has been. pretty good.
because
Freeman
he
Freeman's part two.
yeah, he's been Matt Ryan's go-to guy if no one's open.
Right.
After that nice blitz block, runs to the side and he gets chucked to Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman goes for a nice 20 and goes for a nice 10 and 20-yard run. And he's been he's been a great compliment towards Devontae Freeman, as both of them do a pretty good job scoring in the same range. They both get about an equal amount of touches. Man, they had Devontae Freeman's last game, 16 attempts. Tevin Coleman had 8.
Oh,
Oh, no,
what?
no. Wait, no, that's combined. I apologize. But,
Targets.
yeah, the targets, they're projected to get 10, 13, 15. They're going to need to do that against Seattle. They're probably going to have to play a game where they can kill the time real quick, because Seattle's going to do that to them for sure. For their running backs, I know they picked up C.J. Spiller. Christine
Yeah.
Marcus, he's good. C.J. Spiller got a touchdown the last time they played. I don't know. Maybe it's too late to jump on the train, but Jimmy Graham looks good to me too.
I know it's going to be a matter of time. This was a matter of a long time, but they still have him on the roster, so he's got to do something. So
Yeah.
he's been doing better.
Mm-hmm.
As of late, he's been doing better as of late. But Russell Wilson, again, every year he comes on late.
Yeah.
He comes on late. Uh, they make the best out of what they got.
Mm-hmm.
They have the receivers. They are right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
they ain't all that. They are they are right. Once they start clicking, like he always does around this time, you have to beware, man, because boy, they know how they can run it up too.
Yeah.
Seattle can run their score up too
Yeah.
once they get hot.
Yep. 6.5. So, for Fanduel, it might be a good thing to choose their kicker too. So,
Vegas know they can get hot. Let's see that now.
45.5 over under.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go with the last game, Indianapolis against Houston. I love this matchup. I love it. I love it because it is time for Hopkins to finally pay his dividends. He started doing it last week, which was pretty good too against the Vikings. But now going against the Colts, and they're playing at
Yes.
home,
Yes.
this is a wonderful opportunity.
In my video, I put a video up, a little quick little video. I triple stacked uh, Osweiler,
Uh-huh.
um,
Hopkins?
Hopkins, and the running back. What's his name? Miller.
Miller, huh? Nice.
Miller finally got in the end zone last week,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm looking forward to them doing some damage. Beginning of this month, Hopkins was supposed to be donating. What was it? 10,000 for every touchdown, or 1,000
Uh-huh.
for every touchdown he got this month.
Oh, is that right? So he's gonna.
He ended up when he first announced it, that was like probably a Saturday or Friday or something. That game came along. He didn't even have 5 points. He probably had like, I'm like, God damn, I had you everywhere. You took the hell out of me. Then you come back against the you come back against Minnesota. He still didn't do that prior to about the fourth quarter. What did he rack up about 15, 10, 12 points or something?
Yeah.
So
Poor.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Poor.
Fuller was on. I think Fuller was on ice
Yeah.
last game, but Fuller is really good, man.
He
And
is.
they liable to shine against against these, but I'm looking for them to take out some frustration. But Osweiler, I mean, I was never high on Osweiler from the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
I mean, I was never high on him. If it's any time to be high on him, I get high on him this weekend.
yeah, me too. I am in total agreement towards that. If he's definitely going to be a great late night to choose from. Um, he's gonna be. I'm gonna make a $20 milli lineup with Osweiler in there for the late night because it's the Colts, man. Going back to what you said, you want to pick on those. You gotta play on those teams where you can get easily picked on, and the Colts defense is one of those teams.
And on the coach side of the ball, I mean, Luck is clutch. I mean, Luck is pretty good in the clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Hilton is looking like he's been looking pretty good as of late, and
Dorsett too, man.
Dorsett. So, they got Allen and Doyle at the tight end spots. I don't know how Houston is against those tight ends, but you can make the case for both of these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And pick a few receivers from both teams.
Mm-hmm.
At least one apiece, and do it like that. Out of the two, which one would you feel like you can roll with?
I have to go with Hopkins,
Yeah.
and Osweiler.
Or would you don't do you like any receiver from Indianapolis?
Yeah, I do. I do. I like Hilton a lot too, and I also like Dorsett.
Right. So like I said, you can make the case for choosing each Luck or
Mm-hmm.
Osweiler,
Mm-hmm.
depending on which route you want to take for that Monday night boom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Sunday night hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's the spread stuff like? You got Houston by
Yeah,
three,
that
four.
Houston by 3. Yeah, 46 over and under. Mm-hmm.
They got Luck passing. Luck. How many games has he win over 300 this year already?
Right.
I know probably the last 3 or 4 weeks he probably went over 300.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Against Chicago, he went over 300. Jacksonville got 234. San Diego 300. The first game he got a 300 against Detroit, which is pretty insane too.
Right, so we already know this anyway though. He can chuck it up,
Mm-hmm.
and
Might be another good game for Adam Vinatieri too, huh?
so that's a game that could be attacked in
Yeah.
a couple different ways. If you not that's if you iffy on Osweiler,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Yeah. Oswald hasn't really been consistent too, but this could be the game. This could be the game. He has a.
For he passed for 184 yards, 250, 196 yards. Yeah. See, we all know what Hopkins can do. That was, my big. I was so afraid of him and Oswald not being on the same page.
Yeah.
Because in the preseason, I think, if I'm mistaken, they only played one game together in the preseason. So I'm like, ugh.
It's not good. Not good. But they, I mean, we know that Hopkins is an elite receiver. He is one of those guys that just throw me the ball and I'll get it. He had a pretty amazing catch too. I forget one of those games. I think it was against New England. He wasn't able to score, but he got a pretty amazing catch. I was like, man, that is Hopkins for you guys. He's one of those guys where just throw him the ball. He has that. I would say I wouldn't say he has the same aggression as Des Bryant, but their hands are the same. Those guys can catch anything you throw at them. So that's it. We're gonna leave it at that for week 6, guys. Hope you guys like our podcast. Make sure to give us your comment down below if you guys agree with what we're saying. And if there's something that we miss, let us know too. And give us a like. If you don't like it, dislike it. Show us what you really think about it. And at the same time, share it. And come and check us out on our First Down Podcast Facebook page, okay? Come and like us where we actually show videos of us making our lineups, and we show our process, and also you guys could go see what we're doing on our Facebook page too, on our Fanduel group page, which has been pretty incredible too. Shout out to the Facebook group.
And basketball is coming up, man. My schedule is like so crazy, but I'm definitely, thinking about delivering some basketball content. Basketball just might be my look at that, we got a like right
Yeah,
on there.
Mike. Big shout out to Mike Jacobson.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, definitely basketball probably one of my strong suits. It might be, it might not be, but we definitely be delivering some of that content too, man.
Yeah.
So boom, there you have it.
Yeah. And that's week 6 for you guys. Thanks again for listening to our First Down podcast. This is podcast number 6. Remember, if you're getting addicted, calm down, take a seat, and do the DraftKings free rolls, which are, I think, even worse to play because nobody wins those.
Or find some smaller slates.
Yeah, find smaller slate. Rebound with a nice cash game, okay, guys? Rebound with a nice cash game. And with that being said, this is Bangley and my man Denzel, and we are out. Thank you again.
All right.